Hey biz, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Elisa Danielle, but you call me Lisa for short. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and make sure you turn on your post notifications so that you can know every time I post a new video. As you can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about tips for a healthy relationship or tips on building a healthy relationship in general. Before we get into those tips, I'm going to be telling you guys why I decided to make this video and why I feel like this video is so important when it comes down to relationships in our society right now. Okay, so I've decided to make this video because I felt like this video is needed when it comes down to relationships now in our generation right now. There's a lot of just false advertising of relationships, and there's a lot of unhealthy relationships, and there's a lot of knowledge that isn't known about relationships and what's needed in relationships. A lot of people think relationships are just based off of materialistic things, materialistic values, materialistic needs, gifts, dinners, date nights, kiss, and bumping and grinding. And y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, yeah, it is that, but majority of a relationship, a very good and healthy relationship, is about commitment, and it is a job. It's not a job that you get paid for, like money wise, but it's a job. Like, you're gonna reap the benefits of a healthy relationship internally, and also externally as well. But relationships are a learning process. Okay, so I developed 8 tips that I feel like are very important when it comes down to being in a healthy relationship or just being in a relationship that you want to work. If you found a partner that you feel like you belong with, or you feel like, this is somebody that you want this to work with, then these tips will help you achieve a healthy relationship. All relationships are not perfect. There is no such thing as a relationship being completely perfect where you don't argue, you don't disagree, you don't not see eye to eye, money is, there's no such thing as that. Like, you're gonna have your pros and your cons when it comes down to being in a relationship. There's relationships that have so much money, they go out, they travel the world, but they're not happy. They're struggling with communication, they're struggling with commitment. And then there's relationships where they're struggling with finances, or they're just struggling with other things. There's no such thing as a perfect relationships, okay? So we're gonna get right into this video. I'm not gonna be talking anymore. I'm not gonna be wasting any more time. We're gonna get into this video. Okay, so the tips that I wrote down, these are tips that I came up with off the top of my head, and not literally like my tips, but these are tips that I've discovered from being in my relationship, from witnessing other people in their relationships, and from, just me giving good advice to my friends and my family when it comes down to their relationships and their problems. So these are just tips that I feel like are very important when it comes down to being with someone and, wanting to be with someone and wanting it to work. So my first tip, and this one is one of the most important tips I have in my tips, and that tip is to find yourself, know yourself, and be happy by yourself first. Because honestly, you cannot be with someone if you don't even know who you are. You cannot expect someone to know you and to love you and to make you happy if you haven't even made yourself happy first, if you don't even know yourself first. So my first tip is to find you. Find what you like. Find your pros. Find your cons. Find your triggers. Find the things that you've put in the back burner from years ago, and do some shadow work. Get it to the point where you know that you're ready to share your love with someone, and you know that you're at a mindset of just positivity and love, and you're okay to give that to someone without any traumatizing and negativity, going on. So find yourself, love yourself, and know your worth before you get into a relationship. My second tip I wrote down, and yeah, I did write these down, guys, so write them down. My second tip I wrote down is also very important. It is to know, first of all, when you get into a relationship, know if you want to be with this person. And what I mean by know if you want to be with this person, know if this is the person for you. Can this person benefit you, not only externally, because that is a big thing when it comes down to people and their relationships. A lot of men and a lot of women get into relationships for materialistic values and for external values, and they don't really look for the relationship for, can you help me fight my demons? Can you help me, battle my traumatizing childhood? Can you help me face, everything that I've just put in the back burner and thrown on the rug? Can you help me fight my insecurities? Can you do that? And people just don't really look for people for that. People look for people, for physical attraction and, money, materialistic things. And it's just like, none of that matters, because when you're gone, your mental health stays with you. You know what I'm saying? You're not none of your money, none of your diamonds, none of your jewelry, none of your cars and bags, none of that goes with you. But your mental health and your emotions and your soul, the things that your soul has learned and came across in your lifetime, and you don't want to leave and not doing the things that God wanted you to do internally on this earth. So make sure that person is someone for you, and they're going to help you grow internally, not only externally. This is another really important one. All of these tips are very important, okay? But this is a really important one. Stop comparing your relationships to social media, okay? Because social media is just a big form of cap. 50% of the things you see with people in their relationship is just for social media, okay? Don't let that go over your head. These girls in relationships with their little boos, posting their bags, their money, whatever they got, it's cap. Them girls, them guys, they ain't happy. And the only thing they have to show is the things that person got them, because that's their form of saying, I'm sorry for doing what I did to you. At the end of the day, don't compare those relationships to your relationship, because you don't know what those people are going through behind closed doors. You don't even know if they're really happy with their significant others. So stop comparing your relationship to them, because everyone's relationship is different. Everyone is literally different. You can't compare your man to Little Baby. You can't compare your girl to Ari. You cannot do that. You can't be like, why Ari bought her man this amount of acres of land and you ain't getting me da-da-da. No. Stop comparing it, because at the end of the day, everyone's on a different level. Everyone's on a different frequency. You're supposed to appreciate what you have while you have it. Don't just belittle it because you see social media someone else got better than what you got. Don't do that, because you never know what that person may become a year from now, and you're downgrading them, and you're discriminating against them because of what social media is showing you. Social media is the devil, okay? My fourth tip I have, and I broke a nail, y'all. My thumb paid on my nails again done. Don't play with me. But yes, ego. Let go of your ego. Let go of your pride, because that will destroy you, and that will destroy the people that you love as well. It will destroy y'all internally and externally as well, if you let it get to that point. Let go of your ego. Let go of your pride. When you love someone, ego and pride no longer exist anymore. It's not about protecting yourself. It's about opening yourself up and letting someone know the real you and your real true feelings towards them. Your ego and your pride is built to protect you, but that does not mean it will not protect you from great things. So make sure you know the difference between something that isn't right and something that's just your ego blocking you from greatness. So let go of your ego, let go of your pride. That is a really bad thing that us humans sadly have to deal with, but know the difference between ego and know the difference between something that's really meant for you. Okay, so number 5. I know y'all heard this one like a billion, gazillion, a trillion times, but it's the truth. Okay? It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. It is the truth. It works. I am living proof that this works. It works. It does. I'm telling you. I promise you. I'm not lying to you. This works. And it is communication. Communicate with your man. Communicate with your woman. The most unnecessary things that you think is not important to tell your woman or your man, it's important. They need to know. You want to know why they need to know? Because communication in a relationship brings mental stability and mental clarity. You get what I'm saying? Communicate. Have sit downs. Have small talks. Whatever you feel that is just not sitting right with you and your soul, go talk to your partner about it. Do not let your ego, do not let your pride get in the way of those things, because those things are needed in relationships for relationships to be healthy and for them to flourish. If you do not communicate with your partner about things that you feel that are hurting you or that you don't like, how will that person know that you don't like those things? How will that person really understand that those things are just bothering you? People are not smart. People don't get signs and signals. You have to be very direct, especially in a relationship. You need to be very direct. You need to let your partner know, hey, like, I ain't fucking with that. I don't like that. Stop doing that. And if they don't stop doing that, that is your cue, and that is when you know that that person is not for you. Okay? So communicate. Go do a little picnic. Go on a dinner date and just talk. Go sit in a park and just talk. Sit down on the couch, the kitchen table, and just talk. And I know that it's kind of hard for men. Men are raised to not really express their emotions and to not be very vocal. So I know that it's really hard for a man to talk, but that is not a good thing. Like, that is a very bad habit that has been going on for generations, and it needs to stop. Men, women love when you express your emotions. We love it. Like, I don't think y'all know how that like triggers us in a good way. We love when a man tells us how much he loves us, or how much and how important we are to them, or just expresses his emotions to us about things that are hurting him. We love that shit. Please open up to your woman and tell her the things that are on your brain and in your heart, because it will make your relationship 10 times better in all aspects of your relationship. In the bedroom, everything. It'll make it so much better. Having mental clarity and mental stability in a relationship through communication will help your relationship flourish. Okay? So put the ego away, put the pride away, put on your big boy pants, put on your big girl panties, and go have a sit down and just talk. Okay, my sixth tip I have would be to do things that doesn't involve bumping and grinding. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't base your relationship off of intercourse. Don't let sex be the main thing in your relationship, because I'm going to tell you now, by year 2, year 3, maybe year 4, sex is not what's going to keep the relationship afloat, okay? The human being is naturally going to get tired and used to that, and they're gonna want more. So don't build your relationship off of sex. Don't build your relationship off of lust and sexual stimulation, because that is how a lot of relationships, just good ones that you don't even know if it's good or not, just go downhill. So go to the park, go on picnic dates, do a little paint and sip, do little hobbies together, do arts, and make a painting together. Just do things that you and your partner both like, or if your partner might like, and that does not involve sexual intercourse. And I'm telling you, you're going to learn so much things about your partner that you did not know, because you never had time to sit down and not be in a bedroom. Do it. Do things and activities that does not involve sex, and I'm telling you, it'll work. Here's an example of an activity that me and my boyfriend do. So I saw it on TikTok. So this couple was like just sitting across from each other, like pretzel style. Well, not really pretzel style. Like she had her legs wrapped around him, like sitting down, and they were just holding on to each other, and they were just looking each other in the eyes, and you cannot break contact for 30 seconds and just stare at each other. that is something that will magically connect you guys on another level, because it's a spiritual thing. Relationships are very spiritual. I'm telling you, like, it works. Like, at first my boyfriend was a little awkward about it because he's a Gemini, so he was just like, it's a little awkward, but it helps. And it makes, you know, the bumping and grinding way more intimate. You get what I'm saying? So do things that doesn't involve sex, and I'm telling you, it'll make relationships 10 times better. My 7th tip is knowing that it is not about you anymore. It's not just about you anymore. It's about you and your partner, the person you're in a relationship with. Every choice, every decision you make from that point on, from when you decide to be in that relationship with that person, will not only affect you, but it will affect that person. So make sure that you have sit downs and talk to your partner about things that you want to do, and, you know, choices that you want to make, because you're not only representing yourself, you're representing your partner as well. So make good and smart choices, and make partner choices. Don't just make selfish choices. My last and final tip to close out this video, and it's number 8, will be to love yourself, respect yourself, and value yourself, and know your worth, okay? Because if you don't know any of these things, how in the hell do you expect someone else to know those things? The minute you decide to love yourself, the minute you decide to respect yourself, the minute you decide to know your worth, and you put yourself on a pedestal, every man, every woman that comes across you will recognize that frequency, and they will deliver just that to you. And they will know not to give you nothing less of that, because that is not what you're showing them that you deserve. So love yourself, value yourself, respect yourself, and others will, okay? Okay, babes, so that is the end of my video. I hope you guys really enjoyed my tips. I hope that I didn't sound stupid. Yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed my video. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna see y'all in my next video. I love y'all so much, and I'm gonna see y'all later.